Hello and welcome to Geek News episode 97. Are we on 97?
Yes, it's actually Three Geeks podcast, Max. Geek News was so last year.
Three Geeks podcast, brought to you by the Three Geeks Network, where you can hear all kinds of great podcasts. What other ad stuff do we have, Jason?
Well, we don't have Kids Against Maturity anymore, so that's something. And now,
so why even mention it? You know, like
audibletrial.com/3 geeks for all of your audiobook needs. 180,000 titles to choose from. Max, tell the good people about Audible.
All right, look. Now, if you are like morbidly obese and all you do is read
and or on fire.
No, this is the thing. This is the thing. You want to catch on fire because you're morbidly obese. You're not going to get out of that fire. So you can't have all these books just laying around. That's a fire hazard.
Why would you have that many fire hazards just laying around?
Yeah, I mean, so what you do is you get to audible.com, you take your iPad, you fat finger your way into that thing.
I mean, it might take a little while.
But hey, you know, you like to work it out, and then the books are read to you, and it's even less work than if you have to turn a page all the time. So yeah, check out audible.com. They got all kinds of books.
Imagine how many things you can eat while somebody reads you a book.
Exactly. Or like, when does the It movie come out?
Friday.
Comes out this Friday. Jason, how much of the It book have you listened to?
Oh, you're gonna owe me a free Audible book, so you just don't.
Am I? How much have you listened to? Where are you at right now?
I'm over 30 hours, so I'm like down to 8 left.
You're down to 8 hours. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. It's coming out this Friday.
Yep. Thursday to the late showings, which I might do.
Okay, so if you want to give yourself less time, so I'll count that Thursday then. Cool.
Let's roll into the spoiler review.
Well, we're not gonna shout out Arcmatter or say hey, what's up, bro?
I'm just so excited to talk about the Defenders.
What's up, Arcmatter?
Yeah, man.
Check out youtube.com/Arcmatter.
Arcmatter. I showed Arcmatter made me this badass fucking Dr. Doom mask. I showed it to like 8 different people, and they all said that you should fucking sell that shit for a living. So yeah, man, just good work. Like, we love you over here.
Of course, you can't use the copyrighted one. So
but like, I mean, you're doing good work is all I'm saying. Like, people think you're doing. They see your work, they like your work. You're doing good shit.
Oh, like the Professor Mad Max or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Professor fucking, you can't call him Doom, so you call him like Professor Armageddon.
Professor Armageddon. There we go.
Or just reverse Doom and be Dr. Mood.
He changes color.
Why are we saying this on air? I mean, somebody's gonna pick it up.
Oh no, copyright 3 Geeks fucking publishing.
We have 3 Geeks publishing now.
We fucking do now.
Do you really want to get into publishing? Okay.
We've got 3 Geeks Brewing. We've got 3 Geeks Engineering. We've got 3 Geeks Podcast Network. We've got fucking 3 Geeks fucking publishing. It only makes sense. We're taking the world by fucking storm.
Sounds good to me. I can't wait to try the 3 Geeks beer.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of that. I got a bunch of our first batch of beer, and I'm afraid to drink it. Fucking yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But the next batch we're doing is going to be the Stout Ambition. So we're going to do a vanilla stout because I told Amit, I was like, we need to do a stout, but it also has to be ambitious for us to try it. So it's Stout Ambition. So he said a hard thing to do would be a vanilla stout. So that's what we're gonna do, is a vanilla stout for Stout Ambition. So I'm actually gonna we should tag up Brian Lau in this one, so he can hit us up. If you want to do a label, dude, we will fucking. That would be really awesome. If you want to make a label, we can maybe get some printed up.
And you know, a cut of the profits, maybe.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know if we're gonna sell it, but it's like if we can get them printed up, and it's not gonna be that expensive. We're not getting too many, so like get some labels made. That would be pretty cool, I think.
We're not sure if it's edible yet, but it will look cool.
Yeah, totally. And hey, if it's not really, if it doesn't taste good, then at least it's gonna last forever. It's like you're not ever gonna open that bottle of beer. It'll be
30 years
a
from
hole,
now.
you know,
What's
like
that?
it's stout ambition. It was ambitious. It really was. All right, cool. So yeah, we got that going on. To the defenders, then are we gonna get right into it? Is Jason?
Well, actually, I'll shout out. We will be in Cincinnati on the 22nd doing a panel.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Friday night.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's happening. Do we still gotta pay $20 to get in that motherfucker?
Yes, we do, but we get interviews.
Yeah, fuck those dudes.
Oh, well, that's something.
Yeah. We don't have to have Jerry follow us around. We just get to walk up to the people and ask for them.
I know. I like Jerry.
Yeah.
You know, I thought Jerry was
cool.
cool. It's good to have a Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry's nice to us. Apparently, he doesn't like anybody else.
Hey man, well we were the only ones who were fucking professional and went up there and knew our business. That's what 3 Geeks is.
He had
Be a
4
fucking
years to
professional.
learn. All right, I'll see you guys in a second.
All right, cool. I think Jason's coming in. We might have to move some sort of, or we might take off the video so we can just move to some sort of couch situation. But
Yeah.
yeah. So Mike, the defenders, we did kind of touch on it briefly. We're going to the super spoilers now. What was the worst part of defenders?
The worst part of it for me?
Yeah. Because we're going to start with the worst, and then we're going to have the best stuff.
Oh, then let me go first.
Yeah, let Jason go first.
All right, Jason's going to go first. Jason can now hear Mike.
I can.
Oh, yeah, squanch. Squanch in.
I did not like the defenders.
All right, why didn't you like it?
I found it boring. I found the dialogue extremely cheesy. And like Mike said, it was extremely predictable. And some of the acting, like, we've been through these guys before, and just some of the scenes, like the whole the white shit. I can't think. Sorry, my mind is fried from work.
The White Tiger?
No, Jesus.
The White Ranger?
There was some racial stuff that just came out of nowhere and just was not done extremely well. And like I said, it's the dialogue that bothered me the most in this show. It's episode like 3.
Luke Cage.
Privilege. White privilege storyline.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. What did you say, Mike?
There was like a Luke Cage Iron Fist white privilege scene or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And it did, I mean, he's upset about it. That's one thing, but there was no, I don't know. I just had a really tough time with the acting and the story and the dialogue. I've been watching a lot of TV, so I might be getting to the point where I'm starting to get picky. But it wasn't enough to hold my attention. I found myself bored and wanting to watch something else.
Did you finish Iron Fist?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was before I discovered good TV.
No. I was just wondering because, like, after watching Iron Fist, The Defenders is like really good.
Some of the dialogue, man, it was just so bad.
Yeah,
Mike
I
said it on
agree.
our previous cast. I should not be able to predict lines that Luke Cage is going to say or that Iron Fist. And one of the things that bothered me is Jessica Jones and Daredevil are still my favorite parts of the show. So every time the show left them, I found myself getting annoyed because I just wanted to follow them.
Well, I mean, they got the best. I feel like Jessica Jones and Daredevil got like the best treatments so far, and you know, like even I thought Daredevil season 2, like after the Punisher, was kind of like weak. You know, like, but they had they were riding the coattails of the fucking Punisher the whole season. Yeah. So you know, it was cool. Yeah. So like Iron Fist and Luke Cage, they haven't really gotten like an all-star season where it's like, wow, you know, like they really fucking spent some time writing that, and everybody was, you know, super cool. Like Iron Fist just sucks, dude. Like they can't make that guy cool. Like there was that one scene where they're sitting at the dinner table, like chatting, and they're like kind of cool, and you can see where fucking Heroes for Hire is coming. You can see the beginnings of it, and that I thought they hit perfect for that. Like it was like 10 seconds, and then after that, yeah, you're like Luke Cage and Iron Fist go back to like sucking, and I don't know, maybe like I feel like if they gave them some good writers, they can make it work. But like they're just like, well, people are gonna watch this, and they know that they're gonna watch it regardless. So it feels like the CW.
It did.
I think it would have been better if they had given them more seasons to bring out their character.
No, not if they're gonna make seasons the way they were making them. The best thing about the Luke Cage season was the soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack was freaking killer.
So, and that's the thing. And so it's like you're not even worried about like how bad the acting is because that's how good the soundtrack was. And it's just like, but like they cover it up. You know what I'm saying? And so that's like when this guy has to hold his own, he can't.
And like Max said, out of all the Netflix shows, The Defenders felt the most CW, and it should have been the least CW, I feel.
Well, I mean, no, like, it's got the most potential to fail because it's got the most to do. It's the same way the Avengers had. It could have sucked. Like it could easily have sucked,
but it's not as big a budget though.
Well, no, but like they're not as big of heroes, so they don't have to. You know, it's not about that. Like the CG
that extra money to gloss it over.
Well, no, but that's not what they need. They're like, no, because I'm not railing against the effects. I'm not even mad at the effects. I really think they do a good job. Like I really don't think they could do. Like you can't polish it much more, right?
I mean,
I guess they could spend more money on the fighting. You know, like.
No, they need to spend more money on the writers.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where the major problems
hire
are.
Some more and better writers.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like just to count, like to hit your argument, it's just like, no, the effects are good. Like that's not even a complaint that I've ever heard anyone say about any of these shows. Like, oh, it looks super cheap.
And the fighting sequences were fantastic, and the show is mainly down to the writing and acting.
Well,
that was the issue. You can't really throw much money at that except for get a better writer and a better actor.
I'm just like, I don't know, like I feel like they're now dependent on a hallway scene. Like they always have that set hallway piece, and it's like, okay, how many fucking hallways are these people gonna fight down? Like if I was one of the bad guys and I saw the dude in the hallway,
just turn around.
No, there's no. I'm just gonna sit the fuck down. I'm like, look, bro, we're not doing this hallway thing.
Not to make it clear, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard through other reviews of it that Danny Rand was still the worst. Was that the case?
Oh, totally. The guy sucks. He's okay because like here's the main problem with Danny Rand. Okay, he's supposed to be a kung fu god.
Yeah.
Iron Fist is a kung fu master. First and foremost, before you get into any of his magical powers, kung fu out the ass. Right. Like the dude eat, breathes, and sleeps kung fu. He can't not kung fu. Like that's what the Iron Fist is. Like that guy's brushing his teeth. The shit's kung fu. Fucking taking a shit. He fucking shits kung fu. So yeah, like, and then so you hire this guy, and there's nothing wrong with the guy except that he's not a kung fu master at all. He learned kung fu for this. So
did he?
Or no, I'm saying like he had to learn the fight choreography for that. They gave him in Iron Fist. They gave him no time for the fight choreography. So this was an improvement because you can see that they actually gave him time to practice, so he could make things more fluid and the speed could be a little faster. In the first one, and then the guy's not a great actor. It's not fucking. We're not dealing with fucking. What's the old British guy's name? He's like Odin and fucking.
Oh,
and
Anthony
Hopkins. He's not Anthony fucking Hopkins, okay? He's not fucking old school Al Pacino. He's not winning any fucking awards for his acting ability. So, explain to me if the acting doesn't matter because you hired this guy who can't act, and Iron Fist is supposed to be a kung fu master. Why not get a kung fu master who can't act? Because neither of them can act anyway. Like that's not what you need. You need a kung fu guy.
And on top of that, you hobble him by, every Iron Fist cover you will pretty much ever see has Iron Fist with 2 flaming Iron Fists.
Yes.
Doesn't just have 1, he's got 2.
Oh man, yeah,
and it looks so much more badass.
Yes. And there's like 3 seconds in the Iron Fist show where they're showing old World War II footage of a real Iron Fist.
Yeah.
And this dude is going to town on like 35 dudes. Yeah, and it's like his both hands are glowing, and he's just like just running through these dudes.
Can we get that guy?
Yes.
My reaction. I'm like, I didn't know you could use 2 fists.
Right. Yeah. Like that. So Iron Fist, because like, and there's been a bunch of other like super badass Iron Fists in the comics. It's like one Iron Fist is like from World War II. He could put the fucking chi into bullets.
Yes.
And he would fucking just give me a break. they've made Iron Fist so dumb. They have ruined Iron Fist.
Yeah.
And with except for that fucking 10 seconds where him and Luke Cage are sitting at the table, where I feel like they let those dudes actually hang out there at that table for a little while and then filmed it, you know, like, because they had a natural moment.
Yeah.
And that was it, though. That's the only thing that let me believe that they could do it.
Well, the one time when they
Heroes for Hire, that is.
When they put them together, and just talk, right? And Luke Cage is like, you got a hell of a hook there. You know, that was all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Heroes for Hire was gonna be like my favorite part of this whole Netflix thing, and yeah,
it's the worst
not
part.
turning out well. Now that said, I didn't hate Defenders. I thought it was all right.
Well, hold on. We'll keep it we'll keep it in the mud first, and then we'll move on.
All right.
I want to end on a positive.
I should rephrase.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. I just found it boring. It's
Don't soften up on it just yet. I mean, is there anything else bad you have to say about it, Mike? Is there anything else you wanted to throw in there? Like, was there any specific thing you?
Oh, sorry. You started talking about like details, and I zoned out. It's.
Yeah, that's how good it was.
It's unbearably okay. It's perfectly adequate. That's my main thing about it, is that at least the first season of Daredevil and Jessica Jones, especially, those first seasons I've seen before in a superhero show. Like, how do you get dude with a sock over his head to what we know to be Daredevil? That was an interesting journey. And Jessica Jones, like, how do you talk about all of this stuff, which is disturbing as shit stuff, in the context of not just a superhero story, but also a detective story? And that I found interesting. And then all the series that came after, they still had good qualities about them, but just kind of became more and more run-of-the-mill. And Defenders is, I feel, very, very, very run-of-the-mill. It's run-of-the-mill done well, but it's nothing to challenge you as a viewer. It's comfort food, essentially, and I'm not looking for that in a show. All right, I'm. It's not that I'm not looking for it. I'm just fine. It's fine. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to see it again. Probably. Like, I've had no urge to revisit Luke Cage, Iron Fist, or Defenders. So.
I like to watch that Method Man scene in Luke Cage.
Oh yeah.
I like that scene a lot. Method Man gets held up in a convenience store, and Luke Cage fucking saves him. It's like actually Method Man. It's really cool. But it's like,
right.
you don't really. Daredevil. I've seen Daredevil and Daredevil season 2 like 7 times a piece, and Jessica Jones. And Jessica Jones is a bit harder to watch, so it's more like in your head.
Yeah.
But
I just like seeing evil.
But that's why it challenges you, at least.
And it's like
to be uncomfortable.
And what I like about the shows is like they, it's not like, oh, okay, they're edgy, like they show titties, it's like
no, it's not.
They're edgy on top of like cheap pops, and it was good, it was just a solid thing. You were proud to be like, fuck yeah, man. Like, have you watched Daredevil? Yeah, it's a superhero show, but you should probably watch it.
And it's not even like the idea of payoff. Like, the feeling of payoff you get when you went to see the first Avengers movie because you'd seen all the movies before that, and you were like, all right, I want to see all these characters work together. I'd say halfway through Luke Cage, the thought crept into my head of, it'll be fun to see the Defenders together, I guess. And then, when I was done with Iron Fist, I'm like, I'll watch it because it's part of the whole thing. Like, the payoff anticipation wasn't in me anymore. Like, say, for example, Game of Thrones season 7 now, and how I'm amped up for season 8.
Oh my God.
There's no, I can't wait for season 2 of the Defenders. I'm kind of like, yeah, when season 2 of the Defenders comes out, I'll probably watch it. There's nothing to hold your excitement with it. It's good, but it's just not, it doesn't grab you like those first couple of seasons did.
And I feel like it suffers from the same thing like the Marvel movies kind of suffer from. It's like where you make a movie where it's like, yeah, it's a superhero movie, but we're going to make a good spy movie. Yeah, it's a superhero movie. We're going to make a good detective movie. When they do that, it's a bonus. It's really it's good on every level. But then, you know, like if you're just trying to make a superhero thing, like, that's what the CW does. Like they just make superhero things and there's nothing else to them.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, with Daredevil, you know, where he's battling his faith and his, you know, like and all these things that, you know, he's got wrapped up into being Daredevil, and like they make that, you know, a point of it, and like serious things are going down. That's a show worth watching. And like, yeah, like Luke Cage sort of did, like at least Luke Cage had,
at least the first half.
I mean, yeah, Luke Cage had a lot of strong stuff in there.
As soon as the villain turned into a superpowered dude chucking stuff around, or as soon as they got they got rid of Cottonmouth, as soon as they got rid of that guy, I'm like, I don't care. That dude was interesting. Like,
yeah, he was good. Yeah, he was real fucking good. Yeah, and that was the problem. It's like they killed him all, and so, but I mean, like at least like Luke Cage had some substance there, because you know it's like it was trying to show a little bit of what it's like being black in America and stuff like that, and that was, you know, that was good. And then also, you know, soundtrack knocked it out of the park. Yeah. So there's, you know, there's that Luke Cage had going for it, but Iron Fist wasn't about anything.
No,
you know, and it especially wasn't about kung fu, which it could have easily been about, as you know, it's fucking Iron Fist, so it should probably be about kung fu. You know, maybe if you're fucking doing the kung fu superhero, you make him do some kung fu. I don't know.
No. See, this is how the board meeting happened. Like everybody got
35
like,
board meetings.
Yeah, we got this cool kung fu guy, but what are we gonna use to back him up? I know. A board meeting like the one we're in right now. That's exciting.
You didn't show anything of his past or anything?
No. That's what I'm saying. No. Like
you saw the plane crash, so and then you saw him show up in New York, and he's got all these stories about how he, you know,
fights a dragon.
Yeah, he
like, I fought a dragon.
Well, because they already did that shit on Arrow, so they can't every 5 seconds flash back to him in Kunlun 5 years ago or whatever.
Yes, they can.
It's like,
well, that's probably what they were thinking. It's like, oh crap, there's already a show that shows one rich white guy flashing back to his background. We can't. The guys think we're going to be like Arrow if we do that. So that's probably what the mentality they were doing.
This was one of the great missed opportunities to get some ethnicity in. You know, like what if you make him like half Chinese?
Yeah,
you know,
fine. I don't care.
Like like I mean, because he's a kung fu master and they invented the shit. So maybe he's half Chinese. Yeah. Fucking, I don't know. I'm not a writer. I'm just some asshole. But it's like, fucking, this easy shit, and they missed the mark, and now they got to stick to their guns.
I mean, Iron Fist should be my favorite one of the Defenders. Because I love the Iron Fist comic, even how cheesy it used to be. And what?
It's because of the kung fu.
Yeah, it's because of the kung fu. You are not wrong. It's that, and he has hands that have fire, and then he beats people up. Yeah. He doesn't have board meetings and looks sad and
he might have a board meeting or two.
Yeah, but it always ends with him kicking the shit out of somebody. See? That's how it should work, you know. Yes. But yeah, I mean, Daredevil is still the best in the Defenders series, and that shouldn't happen with me.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
I mean, I wish the Punisher would have been in it.
Yeah. He just shows up and kills everybody at the end and leaves.
Where was the Punisher? Like, I mean, you know, like where was he?
Now that one I'm actually still looking forward to, because that one they got to go full on out. There's no kid glove. Like there's still kid gloves with Daredevil, and even with Jessica Jones, like Marvel, they're towing that R quite heavily with the Netflix stuff. You can't toe the R with the Punisher series. Like that needs to be dark as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't just imply stuff with the Punisher. You have to actually put it out there.
I think that like they did a pretty good job with like the first 4 episodes of Daredevil season 2. He's just going through dudes like.
I mean,
like it's cool.
When I heard the dude from Walking Dead was going to be in it, I was like, oh god, they ruined that.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
No.
They didn't ruin that at all. I was very, very impressed with him. So.
Yeah. But again, like also now can we? All right, we all got. You haven't seen it. Yeah, good things about Defenders. Are we all got it out of our system? You feel good?
I feel okay.
Mike, you feel good? Yeah. Mike's feeling good.
It's fine.
It's a visual.
All right, good things.
Mike and I like the show fight as much as each other.
The fight choreography was more fluid in this one. Yeah. At least than Iron Fist. So like I like that. I mean, they still do a really solid job of just letting everybody kind of go to town on each other's face.
Yeah. That said, Iron Fist still gets his ass handed to him several times.
Yeah,
it's like that should not happen. But, okay, I digress.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, I wish they would just like, even if they was like, oh no, Iron Fist got trapped in this room with 35 dudes, and then like they spend
dudes are dead.
Yeah, like they spend like 10 minutes trying to get to Iron Fist, and then like you get in there and he's like meditating with 35 knocked out dudes. I'm down for that because at least he's a badass in the universe, you know, like no, but yeah, so. But you know, good stuff.
Good stuff. Good
fight choreography was good.
Sigourney Weaver was really good.
Sigourney Weaver was a good villain.
That was
they killed again.
That was the best part of the whole thing, was how badass they made Sigourney Weaver look.
And okay, like you know what, like when she has to do 2 kung fu moves.
Yeah.
I thought it worked, and then I thought it was enough to be like, okay, she knows enough to hold her own, but she's like that's why she doesn't fight.
They also did the tight close up, so it's probably a stunt person. But
well, no, there was one scene where she did like 3 moves to put Elektra down.
Yeah.
And it was her the whole time, you could tell. And I was yeah, and it was enough. You know?
Because I noticed in some like the knee in the back and stuff, those are like super close up.
Oh, okay.
But they did it really quick, but it still made her look like a badass.
I mean, or enough. You know, they've done a pretty good job with Madame Gao. Sorry.
Yeah, she's awesome too.
With Madame Gao doing her.
Though I hope to God we're done with the hand after this series.
Well, the hand's got to be done, right? Like, I mean, they fucking.
You didn't see them actually die on screen, but I hope
that's true.
I hope to God we're done with the hand because I'm kind of tired of the hand now. But yeah, Sigourney Weaver's really good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Iron Fist's whole existence is to defeat the hand. So.
Well, he has to. That wouldn't that be more interesting? Is to find a new purpose? Maybe that would actually give him, I don't know, something to work with as a character.
Maybe if you found a new purpose like Kung Fu. Maybe
like
his purpose was Kung Fu.
like good Kung Fu.
Although
and 2
I did like. There was one thing I did like was kind of the nod to the comics continuity a little bit when like at the end where everyone's like, "Oh, Daredevil's dead." Like, and you see Danny up there on the rooftop, crouched Daredevil-ish. Like, that is a nod to when Danny took over as Daredevil briefly during, like, Civil War, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wore the Daredevil
costume. He wore the Daredevil costume. And I'm like,
so
that could be interesting. It's a shame it's Finn Jones, but that could be interesting.
Yeah.
That, I think, okay, it would be really cool if, they did Daredevil Season 3 was Iron Fist as Daredevil. And, you know, like, it was if they could finally do something where Danny fucking finds himself and becomes, you know, because like the whole time he's just crying like, I'm supposed to be the Iron Fist and I left too early and I'm just the worst Iron Fist and everybody tells me I'm the worst Iron Fist.
You should hang out with Anakin.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah. No, there's no way that much fucking.
That guy from the new one,
dude. Like they would create a black hole of fucking emo bullshit. Like it would suck all life and light into it.
Do you think Iron Fist likes sand?
Huh?
So do you think Iron Fist likes sand?
Oh, it's no. Dude,
I hate
so
sand
rough.
too. We're friends now.
Of course, it gets everywhere.
I positive snacks.
But yeah, no, like it would be that would be an interesting story, and if you let this character grow some, like you guys could let him grow up some. He has not grown at all from the beginning of Iron Fist to the end of Defenders. He's the same guy.
This one started, and he's like getting his ass kicked in the sewer. And I'm like, God damn it!
You know, like he hasn't gotten any better, and it's like, well, if you, that's my whole thing.
All right, good thing.
So but like it's a positive because you can take it somewhere, and then that would be interesting. You know, if they did Daredevil season 3 that way, like and they kind of had a dual storyline where Iron Fist was Daredevil for at least a little bit, maybe like first 4 seasons, like they did the Punisher.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, or first 4 episodes, sorry, not seasons. But yeah, you know, and then Daredevil comes back and yada yada. But that would be kind of cool, I think, if he was rocking the Daredevil.
Since how long or when the Defender started and when Iron Fist ended?
Okay, no, Iron Fist ended and then Defender started. So like there's definitely like they're in a row.
Yeah.
Like
there's a little gap, but not much.
Yeah.
Colleen was still good.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Why
still
isn't
the best
she a Defender?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, I guess she is. You know, because like
isn't she the Iron Fist?
Because Rosario Dawson is a Defender. You know, like they're And Misty Knight, I think
Misty
she's
Knight,
kind of the defender
yeah,
too.
she will be.
You know, I hope they do that thing where just Tony's like, now this is the opportunity. This is it. The shows have to cross now. Gave Misty Knight that arm.
Oh.
In one of the continuities. So
okay, yeah, fair enough.
So I really want to see a fucking one of the actual Avengers in one of these Netflix shows. And I'm surprised Samuel L. Jackson hasn't done it yet. I really am.
Yeah.
It won't happen.
They're ran by 2 different people.
Yeah.
But you guys underestimate the power of Samuel L. Jackson. Like, this guy is in everything.
Yeah.
Like,
he's in credit card commercials. He's all over the damn place.
yeah, who the fuck told him he could go on TV and be on commercials?
Yeah.
Like, Samuel L. Jackson's
like wanders into the studio.
Motherfucker, I could have been on TV this whole time. Move, motherfucker, I'm selling credit cards. Fucking, yeah, so I'm just surprised though, because yeah, he's a fucking, the dude loves to be in everything. Like, why wouldn't he want to be in this?
He's ordering a Royale with cheese.
You know, or whatever. Fucking Le Big Mac. Yeah, fucking, were we talking about something?
Yeah. Positive
Good
stuff
shit about positive
Defenders.
shit about fucking
I like the Chinese restaurant scene when they're all trying to leave and it's like, is there pork there? Like, oh,
that one's pork.
Next one's pork. But I don't know.
I like it when Daredevil like unnerves people.
I like when he did that whole scene with the scarf on his head. I thought that was kind of cool.
Mm.
I'm kind of reaching here now.
I did like that there wasn't too much going into the fallout the Daredevil players had amongst themselves. Like, they just carry on. Like, Foggy's off doing his thing. Karen, like, she's in the know, but they don't get too much into like much of the repairs or things like that, repairing their relationships. Like, they're just like, this is the way it is. Keep on moving.
They broke that kid's arm. That was really good. Sorry, I was watching Stranger Things and I was watching Defenders. Stranger Things is so much better.
Oh my god, dude! I'm just like, what are you fucking talking about?
I don't know.
I'm all fucked up over here.
I'll just throw Old Man Logan in there too.
Yeah, sure, why not? When fucking shit goes nuts and cuts that dude's head off and rolls it at the other people.
Yeah, that was great.
Have you seen Logan?
Was like, have some Chinese food.
All right, goodness sake, yes.
Like the one movie I've seen in actual theaters in the past year.
Oh, you should get Movie Pass. Hopefully mine comes fucking soon. It's supposed to take a week. It feels like it's been like 83 days.
$10 a month. I signed up for it.
Really?
Yeah, you get to go see one movie every day, $10 a month. But you can only see the movie once. You can't see the same movie twice.
That day, or
you can go?
Yeah, you can go to real at like every major theater
for now.
For now, until AMC gets out of it because they think it's not going to work. So AMC's trying to get out of it. So I'm gonna rock this bitch until AMC gets out of it, and then
I'm gonna rock it longer than that as long as Marcus.
I mean, yeah, Marcus is good.
Yeah.
If Rave is there, I mean, I guess that's okay. But yeah, so one movie a day. You know, $10 a month.
Might have to hit that up then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it's hopefully I'm just gonna go to the movies every day until I get sick of going to the movies.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Like, I'm gonna see how long that takes. We'll see how many people know my name at the movie theaters.
Movies are my happy place.
You know?
Anyway, Mike, do you have any positives about the Defenders?
That was pretty much it. It's perfectly fine. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's okay.
definitely
It's not like an affront to nature or anything like that. It's not the worst thing possible.
Oh my God, the Defenders.
It's just, it's a very okay show. That's cool. And there are good moments in it. And for the most part, the acting's solid. And yeah, the action sequences and things like that. And it's paced pretty well, I think. I'm glad it's only 8 episodes because I feel that serves it better, the story better.
Yeah.
But
I felt like it could have been 9 episodes.
oh my God. Okay, fine.
No.
All right.
God, no.
Aside from having maybe 1 more hour to see if Iron Fist improves in any way. But otherwise, yeah, it's perfectly fine. It's good. So, yeah, it's worth checking out, especially if you've been with the shows so far. It's just personally for me, like this ties into my overall like I'm superhero whatever fatigued. I just don't care. It's like it's all starting to blend in and become the same. Like I need a massive train wreck to really get excited about. Like, come on, Justice League. Let's get to November already. I can't wait for a train wreck.
Oh my goodness, Justice League is going to be terrible. I'm so sure it's going to be terrible.
Well, Joss Whedon got a writing credit on it, which means he wrote more than half the movie.
Well, they should have just released the piece of crap and had Joss Whedon write another good movie.
It won't be a train wreck because of him. It'll be a train wreck because of, let's say, DC Studios doesn't know what it does, what it's even doing.
It does not know what it does.
It doesn't even know what it does right now. So, but I mean, that's it. Who knows? It'll probably be. I'm gonna be very disappointed if I'm come out of that movie and I'm like, yeah, it's all right. Like, because I would have been anticipating like to talk about it at length, like Dawn of Justice, but nah, I'll just be like, yeah, it's okay. Could have been better.
The first 5 minutes is going to be a flashback to the Martha scene, and like Max just leaves.
No, I'm staying for the whole at that point because it's again like it's what movie did I watch where I was like that movie is good, but it's only because they showed a clip of they showed a clip of Batman versus Superman. It was something for Animaniacs. It was the Batman movie we watched recently for Animaniacs. Fucking they show a commercial for Batman versus Superman before the movie. I was like, this is the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah.
Fucking just because I had that idea of Batman versus Superman in my head the whole time to compare it to.
But what if it's in the actual movie?
You see, like as long as they do it at the beginning and they make the movie just a little bit better, then I'll think it's the greatest movie of all time.
What did someone think of Batman v Superman? Watch out, man. Max has a quick hand.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's like, you're allowed to like the movie. I don't give a fuck. It's just, that makes you dumb.
Jesus.
I kid. No, like, what do you think?
It was, man. I would have liked to have seen a little more, but like I said, it's been a while. I can't go into specifics anymore right now. So it's fucking terrible.
All right, what else we got?
This is really it. I haven't had time to prep a show today because I was at work and hungover from 2 beers at a wedding I didn't cry at.
Oh, whatever, dude. I saw you crying.
You did not see me crying.
Dude, I saw you crying.
I usually cry at weddings. True story. I did not at the wedding yesterday.
And you know what? I wasn't even going to bring it up. Like, he brought it
up. Open the door. Walk right through.
Hello.
I said I was, but I really completely didn't even think about it until right now. But I caught you crying at the wedding. This dude cries because other people cry. Like that's.
I'm a sympathetic crier.
That's got to be terrible. It's got to be bad enough to have your own feelings, much less feel somebody else's feelings.
Max the sociopath.
I mean, if the shoe fits, I guess. At least I'm functional.
Tune in Wednesday for This is Most Unorthodox. Happening. Next Sunday, we got a bunch of cool stuff that we're going to start doing on the podcast, so that should be fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Today's podcast is brought to you
football
by
starts up next week. I'm so excited.
Audible. Go to audibletrial.com.
Fantasy football
/3 geeks. I'm
fantasy
hungover.
football.
Sorry.
Is anyone else doing fantasy
on my
football?
side?
No, you kicked us all out of the league.
I kicked you both out of the league.
Yeah, I can't.
Mike,
on my side, as soon as you said something about football, Max, it was just this like daggers looking at from Jason. Like, yeah, mention fantasy football again.
Whatever. You don't even like football. Like the only reason Jason watched football last year is because he was playing fantasy football.
I did, and I wanted to beat Max, and I beat Max.
Oh yeah, no.
In my goal.
Everyone beat me last year. I came in dead last in our fantasy league. It was fucking terrible.
I got like in the middle. I think I beat Philip.
Yeah, my roster exploded like week 4. I got killed by an atom bomb of injuries. Fucking, but yeah, check that out. We're gonna be in the Sports Nerds here sometime soon too. Animaniacs is gonna happen as soon as we can fucking get our shit together. It's just rough when 3 different people have lives that that they have to live. So as soon as we start making enough money on this podcast shit, so we can all just quit our jobs, then we'll get a lot more regular.
I want to thank everybody who watched our Lanny interview. It's doing really well on YouTube. So thank you very much.
Yeah, how about us in the middle of some controversy?
That is our most disliked video of all time.
I mean,
nice. Really?
So apparently there's, I shouldn't say apparently.
5 was our most.
Allegedly,
now it's 9.
some shenanigans going on with what's her name, Lanny Sarum.
Yeah, they're accusing
and her book.
The studio. It's with the studio mainly, with the buying out the copies to sell, like make the movie a little bit more hyped or something like that.
Yeah, check out the. We can post a link or something, or you can Google it like normal people. But so yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm glad we got to interview her before the shit came out. Like, we need to get her back on just so she can tell her side of the story and stuff like that. She's a really cool person. So, I don't want her name to get dragged through too much mud. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. I mean, like, I've never been, like we were like breaking news. So like, hey, we're fucking ahead of that shit. It's like, had her on.
Yeah, we had like 10
it's not really breaking news. It wasn't about.
Or no, it wasn't breaking news. But
you just happened to have her on the day before the release when the actual shit hit the fan.
Yeah,
there you go. Topical as fuck. There you go.
No, what's crazy is that interview only had like 8 views until like a week later when all of these news clippings hit, and we shot up to 100 in like 24 hours.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's
Yay! That's something to be proud of.
All right, cool. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Is there anything else anybody has to say? Someone?
I don't think so.
Add like 5 more words.
I don't know.
Say 2 more words. You can literally say 2 more words.
2 more
Twin
words.
Peaks.
There you go.
Well, what if I said 3? See, I've said more.
There, that's 8. You've
God.
given me more than I've asked for, and I appreciate you for it. All right, so yeah, we've been your geeks, I guess, for this what do we call this now? The Geek Podcast.
Podcast?
The
Really?
Geeks Podcast.
We've been calling it that for a while.
Yeah, I know. I always just thought it was Geek News. I didn't even realize like we had changed.
This is the last time that Max is hosting.
I mean, I should never be in charge. Everyone knows this.
All right, anyway, have a great night.
All right, recycle your droids.